Many of us have been following over the past few days. The American swimmer Sarah Thomas is now recovering after completing a record 4 consecutive crossings of the English Channel. We spoke to the 37-year-old's husband on Drive yesterday when Sarah was undertaking the challenge. She finished this morning after 54 hours and 10 minutes in the water. What's even more remarkable is that the marathon swimmer had treatment for breast cancer just last year. She dedicated her record-breaking feat to other survivors.
I'm really tired, and I'm losing my voice from all the salt water. I was really just pretty numb. There was a lot of people on the beach to meet me and wish me well, and that was really nice of them, but I feel just mostly stunned right now. I just can't believe that we did it. I tried a little bit of champagne. It didn't go down very well, and I have been eating some M&Ms.
Well, her mum, Becky Baxter, said her daughter was full of heart, passion and perseverance, and she was incredibly proud.
She really had to dig deep to finish this. She could have quit many, many times. There were several obstacles, but she never quit. And she just plowed through the last, 400 meters into the beach, got caught in the tide and was just not going anywhere. And then she found it after all that time and managed to make it into the beach and land safely.
Well, let's speak to someone now who's been following Sarah's journey very closely and holds 20 world swimming records, Dr. Julie Bradshaw, who first swam the Channel aged 15, which is remarkable in itself. Hi, Julie.
Hiya.
So, look, it's easy to say, isn't it? Oh, she's done 4 consecutive crossings, but actually, when you boil that down, what a remarkable feat of human endurance.
It is. It's absolutely remarkable to go out there and even do one is such a feat. And I've been following Sarah's swim for the last couple of days, and I was just so elated this morning that when I got up myself to go swim training and to hear that Sarah had finished, absolutely remarkable.
And when you look at I don't know what do you call it, the heat map or the radar map of where she actually swam, it's certainly not straightforward back and forth, is it? It's all over the place.
No, the tracking, because of the tides, you never go in a straight line. The tides sort of take you and are against you, so it's kind of a curve as you go. And obviously Sarah on the last leg got caught with the tide. The tide was strong and it took her longer on the last leg, but then again I'm sure she was getting even more tired after 3 ways. She'd been swimming for 30 odd hours by then, so she did so well. Words, basically, there aren't words to describe it.
So look, I do a bit of swimming, Julie. I probably 100 lengths every day, and you play little mind games, don't you, as you're counting them down, but to count down 4 channel crossings, psychologically you've got to be really strong, haven't you, to do that? You do.
You have to prepare your mind as well as preparing your swimming. I know when I've done all my swims, the longest I swam was 4 ways of Windermere, and I broke it down into sort of 1 leg at a time, and I'm sure that Sarah will have broken it down into 1 leg at a time, but focusing on the end of it, swimming to her feeds, and she's got an absolutely remarkable mindset. She has done before a 60-odd hour swim, so she had it in her, but there's obviously you at the beck and call of the tides, the weather in the English Channel.
Yeah, 23 hours, 17 minutes, that Windermere swim that you did, which is remarkable in itself. Look, we spoke to her husband yesterday. He was in a boat bobbing along next to her and throwing her the odd drink. But we were supposed to speak to her friend, but she jumped in to swim with her. She was allowed a companion every 2 hours for an hour. So how useful is that when you're doing a long swim?
That's very useful, because the person can get in and just keep your company, to keep your spirits up. I always say that it's not just the person swimming, it's about the whole team. As we say, together everyone achieves more, and it's about the team keeping Sarah motivated, keeping her going, because she'll have gone through hard times, and it's like her mum said, going through those barriers and getting through it to achieve her goal.
And what do you think she's going through now? We heard that her voice had been troubled with the salt water, I suppose, a bit of dehydration, dizziness. I don't know, what kind of things might she be afflicted by?
She'll obviously be tired. I know when I did my last channel, my butterfly swim, I was actually quite wide awake, so she'll probably be buzzing. She'll have a sore mouth, very, very sore mouth, because she's been in the water 54 hours, and probably eat a little bit. Her stomach will have shrank with obviously what she's been eating, and get back to normal meals. I think she'll feel it's probably tomorrow, but she'll just live on the elation, for what she's gone through, to have come back from breast cancer. She wanted to do this back in 2017. She'd done a long lake swim back in August 17, and then 2 months later she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I've never, obviously, thankfully, touch wood, been through that, and to come through at the other end and to keep your goal in sight, I really can't sort of say how awesome it is.
Listen, 20 records for you, Julie. You fastest person to swim around Manhattan Island.
That's right.
That butterfly, you swam the channel doing the butterfly. Yet, despite all that, we can quite rightly call you a bit of a slacker because you've not done the channel 4 times. So do you sit there now thinking, blimey, I've got to up my ante here? What have I got to do? I mean, might you consider that?
One has got a little bit older. I mean, I was 15 when I first swam it, so it was 40 years ago, actually, to last August. Then it was 23 years later. I was 38, Sarah's age, when I did my butterfly world record swim back in 2002. Yes, I'd love to sort of have a go. I did, in fact, when I was younger, go down to get off on a 3-way channel swim, but unfortunately never got off with the weather, and that's one that sort of escaped me. But, Sarah's done it, and it'll be a long time to beat.
It will be, but that's a one-off. Your record is remarkable, Julie, and for anyone who swims if you're in a pool tomorrow, just try and do half a length butterfly and then think about swimming the channel doing the butterfly. Julie, incredible stuff.
Thank you.
Privilege to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks very much
indeed.
indeed.
Thanks for your insight. Dr. Julie Bradshaw, amongst others, then the fastest person to swim around Manhattan, and has swum the channel doing the butterfly.
I mean, that is when I'm trying to show off, I do a few lengths fly, but it's never more than a few lengths. It stops at that point.
Blimey. I wouldn't get out the breakers. Right, I guess the headline's now on 5.